With our CSQ-Leap calibration system. So the CSQ-Leap is really the name for the complete calibration system, consisting of a controller, the hero controller, some kind of exciter for mechanics or acoustics, and of course some kind of software. The calibration itself is done with our CSQ-Leap calibration software, and today we're going to focus on an additional software tool, and this additional software tool is eCal. And eCal is a calibration data tool for the CSQ-Leap software, but also for our former calibration systems, the CS18. So eCal is an optional software, and it can import data either from the CSQ-Leap or from the CS18. And from the input channel side, so when we talk about opening a protocol file, we are already prepared also for additional formats. So for example, if we bring up some other kind of measurement system in the future, then we will be able to handle these protocols. Or an actual topic are the protocol files of the CV10, for example. And that was the input side into eCal, and the task of eCal is that it serves on the one hand as a protocol viewer, so it can be used to visualize your data and to check the calibration results. It can also be used for merging data. For example, when you have a single axis sensor where you made a single point measurement and the frequency sweep, then you can use eCal to merge these data, or likely a topic that most of you are also looking for in this webinar row is the topic of triaxial sensors, where we want to combine the data of all three axes and put them into one protocol in the end. So this is also addressed by this merging of calibration data. And of course, we do not just want to merge our calibration data, we also want to generate some kind of protocol file in the end. So eCal also serves as a data export tool. And when I say data export tool, then I'm not talking, or not just talking, about the generation of calibration protocols, but also, just merging the data and giving them out into any required format that we need in field. So, of course, the most popular use case will be the generation of a PDF file that gives me some kind of calibration certificate that I can print out, or that I just can supply to my customer. The market also showed that we still should support the Excel export for further data processing or for evaluation of data. But another topic that came up was the export of XML files, for example, to have a direct link into customer databases. And another type that was desired was the XML format EQX, for example, and EQX or E2X is a standard that came from the automotive industry. So this is a request from this side, or something that is going on here in Europe is the so-called European Digital Calibration Certificate. And this is also some kind of XML-based format. And therefore, eCal has a flexible export module design. So whenever there are new standards coming up or new requirements for exporting the data into a certain format, then we are already prepared for that. Then, of course, in our CSQLeap software, you can also directly export into eCal if eCal is installed on your PC. So there's one way to get to eCal. And now, before we step into the work with eCal, we could bring up the question: why shall I use eCal instead of Excel, for example? So last but not least, I just want to bring out some benefits of using eCal. And I think the main part when it comes to ISO standard and when it comes to the 7025 is the demand that you should not be able to modify the data or the results of the calibration. And this is one really key benefit of eCal, that you have a tamper-proof data processing for the protocol generation, really from the end of the calibration to the generation of the protocol. In Excel, you can anytime access the data and change them. In eCal, you have no direct access to the data itself, and therefore you have a complete safe way in data processing. Additionally, of course, you have multiple export options that we already introduced. We have an easy combination of CS18 and CSQLeap in that. So in the Excel templates, this is not so easy to combine them. So especially for customers that have a CS18 and now get a new CSQLeap, this is the perfect tool to merge the data. Of course, we also use that in our laboratory itself as well. And as I already mentioned, that the export channel and also the import channel can be easily modified. We have a future-proof performance that we can offer here with this eCal.